I want to go back to the original topic, and we're talking about the educated and successful woman,
Yes.
and what is appealing or not appealing to that, right? And you're saying that there's platforms that's telling you guys to stay away from us.
Yeah.
So when you see successful women, are you attracted to that? What do you see? What are you looking for, or what makes it not appealing to you?
Me, I've never was intimidated by a woman's success because that wasn't something I was worried about, especially when my mom is successful. I can't tell nobody what my mom is worth right now. Keep that on low. But my mom is very successful. And the other women in my family were very successful. So if I was, raised around successful women, why would I be intimidated by that? The only thing that I always wanted was like compassion and emotional availability. That was pretty much it. That was my, like, be there for me in my time of need. That was it. But then I would say there were, like, in my younger days, I did not know how to read which women actually had that attribute. But being college educated myself, when you're in college, you're dealing with other women who are trying to get the same goal, get that degree, graduate, and move on to the next career. Like, that was the environment I grew up. But that's what actually kind of, interests me about these platforms where these men talk about, like, stay away from the woman with the PhD or whatever. It's like, dick shit, nigga, we all went to college.
Right.
We were all trying to get bachelor's, master's, and the PhD. Like, that was the point. Hell, some of us had study groups with the women who were trying. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
What happened to that?
Yeah. Yeah, so but that's my generation. I'm a 70s baby. So that was like our generation. We were literally a different group. I'm 79. So I turned 40. Yeah, I turned 43 in August.
Man, we just do not age. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that was our generation. Look what we had. A different world. Like, every TV show we had back in the day was about school, Saved by the Bell. You know, like that was what we grew up under. So, like I said, I didn't want to use brainwash, but we were conditioned to believe, like, yeah, we need to move out of the house, who was raised by our doctor-in-law parents, and then go to a college or a HBCU, be successful, and then also follow the line, become a doctor, become a lawyer, or just something else in STEM. So we grew up wanting another woman that was also in that field. There was no ratchetness in the 80s and 90s. Right. We didn't have that. So it's like, so when you see what all these men are complaining about, what they want to avoid, is kind of like shocking, because now they want the IG model, but she better know how to cook. She better be feminine. She better be able to be good at sex. They want all these things that really don't matter. And then they have the nerve to say, well, I'm a high value man myself, so I need this, that. But it's like, but y'all niggas don't know how to choose. But literally, you have women over here who are educated, who are wondering why educated men don't want them. Because our parents and grandparents were all in the same boat, all met at school, all met in a study group in law school, whatever, all met in medical school. So like you said, yeah, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
And people will, like, do like, oh, it's the feminist movement. See, these women want to be independent. It's like, look, the only reason why the women were independent is because some of them just made bad choices with the men, got knocked up, and they had to do whatever they had to do in order to raise that child, because that dad was either in jail or he didn't want nothing to do with the kid. So why wouldn't she go back to school, get a degree, so she could make a better living for her and her child, since she got to raise her by her damn self? And that's why motherfuckers will call me the single mother, the single mother whisperer, and try to clown everything. Well, it's like, oh, I was raised by the single parent mother, just like a lot of you guys. But the new generation, I guess, their mother who's raising them, because I'm sure their mother was a single mother too, they're not seeing their mom bust their ass. And I'm not trying to talk shit about any of the single mothers out there that are not in STEM. But our generation, our mothers were in law. They were in STEM. Now a lot of these single mothers are like on OnlyFans or something, or they just have an honest job, which is cool. But they're all trying to be somewhat a digital influencer. They're trying to get a bag that way. They're not trying to like go somewhere where they have a career that actually matters. Anymore. So now the perception is actually a little bit boggled. But yeah, me personally, I was always looking for a woman with a damn brain, because when I get off the hook and out of pocket mentally, she can carry the load. Like, I suck with numbers. I do. My wife, she's the number chick. I suck with numbers. I hate math. That's when she comes in.
It's finding that, yeah, you balancing each other out, right? Like, finding that pair. And I think ultimately that's what's important. I think when these high value men, they want someone visually aesthetic, but now they're saying that they want the IG model, but they want her to cook. And I mean, what I've heard is somebody that just could be their piece when they come home. Um, I'm wondering, like, what are some of the challenges that they're having when they're dating these type of women as well?
Dating the educated women or dating the
The
non?
IG models.
Oh, this okay. This is okay.
And I think educated women can be IG models. Why can't we be only one? But go ahead.
I'm gonna talk shit, so I'm probably gonna lose some subs after this shit.
Go ahead, let's talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk shit right now.
I got my drink. Let's go.
Talking to my men right here, because I got half women, half men subs. But I already know that the men that rock with me, they got sense, so they're not gonna be offended by this shit. A lot of high value men have zero game, none. That's why the women that you be complaining about ended up kicking it with like the dudes that you feel that you're better than, when literally it's the other way around. Look at the reason that she ain't feeling about you. If the chick that you're on a date with is still on her phone during the date, then sorry, bro, it's you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're talking about yourself too much. If I'm on a date, I'm over here really trying to get to know who you are. Bianca, I'm gonna let you do all the talking. That's what I'm gonna do. That keeps you off your phone, literally. But I'm also asking engaging questions, because I have an interest at heart. A lot of these dudes are on dates talking about what they do. Some of them even bring up something social, like, so how hard has it been for dating? She don't want to tell you about her dating history. It's like y'all supposed to be having a fun night. That's why a lot of these men be banging on, like, the women like, see these chicks. It's like, what are you talking about during the date? Are you flirting? Because I'm a freaking flirt. Are you trying to touch her hands and everything? Are you basically giving her compliments? Oh, that's right. So these platforms out there is like, start saying stop validating chicks. You see, this is what's happening here. You got dudes who are single with no game, probably don't have any history with women, who are bonehead red pill, and they brainwashed all these dudes. And they just like, I'm high value. I got this. I make six figures. All of a sudden, everybody makes six figures. Like
I know, it's crazy. Everybody got a bag. Everybody.
Shout out to my dude Lucario, because he said that everybody got a bad bitch. Everybody gets hollered at. Everybody got six figures. But you're on YouTube watching videos on why we need to stay away from these chicks, stay away from this type of chick, an educated chick, and all this other chick. Oh, now they're overweight and all this other stuff. That's what's happening here. So you have like a whole lot of fakeness. These men are complaining about the woman when they're really not looking at themselves. Because when you look at yourself, you coach, you actually have to put in the work. You got dudes who are out of shape, who are just entitled, as some of these delusional women that used to call in on a certain platform. Rest in peace. And now the dudes have now basically took the same route. Like, look, I make six figures. I can have any woman I want. But you're on YouTube in a chat on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock, complaining about women when you should be out there putting in the work, socializing. It's you, nigga. It's you.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, it's all about tapping into who you really are. And until you do that, they're just going to project. And it's a lot of fraud going on. Let's just keep it 100. A lot of fraud. A lot of fraud. Cap.
I was down there in Hollywood, and I always used to say in the past, LA girls are the most easiest girls to talk to. And you know what dudes would say? The locals would be like, nigga, what, you tripping, man, fuck these hoes. No. I'm like, I don't get it. Why are you having an issue? And I don't even live here. I'm just socializing with people here and there because I was dealing with nightlife promotions. So I will mix and mingle with everybody, right? I can literally have dope conversations with these girls there, smiling and everything. And these same dudes will just have this energy like, man, screw all these bitches. They fake anyway. I was like, okay, whether they're fake or not, what are you doing to where you have like this vitriol against these girls? But then again, what was your intent? And a lot of these men are not admitting that. Nigga, you just want to smash.
Yeah.
And the girls know that. So yeah, I'm not saying that the women actually play games. They just know. But what are you going to do and to end up getting this cookie, and you're mad because you think the first thing you have to do is pull out a wallet? When no, that's not even the case. Some of these girls is like, you know what? And I know I talk to a lot of women. All you got to do is just have a dope conversation, and the draws are yours. No offense, ladies. No offense, ladies. But
wow.
Half the time it's true. Like, that's why a lot of women say this. he was cute until he opened his mouth. You can just talk about the most simplest thing. You could just talk about why one car is better than the other one, and she may just be turned on about it because, wow, he has an expertise in something that he gained me up. That's sexy. Let me see if he wants to hang out. That's it. That's it. Girls are not trying to hear about rap all day. They're not trying to hear about entertainment all day. When you end up talking about something that they can actually get gamed up on, like, oh my God, one of the greatest things a woman can ever say to a man is like, oh wow, I did not know that.
Call me. I like to hear your perspective because, like I said, I haven't dated men in years, so I'm like, let's get somebody that's in the world to give us some tea.
Yeah, that's all it is. But you have a lot of men who were never gamed up on just the art of conversing, just the conversation alone, just to keep a woman's attention. Women you're literally going on YouTube to watch videos for a reason. Something catches their attention. But it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, women have been hollered at since 12.
Yeah.
What's so great about you? And so a lot of these dudes are struggling with keeping the woman's attention. So they think like, well, how about I ask her to dinner? We'll go to a 5-star spot. But then you got these dudes that think like if they drop 200 plus on a dinner, that the draws is theirs. No, and I always say women don't fuck.
It's about the connection and the conversation. You're absolutely right.
Now, the thing is this, a lot of men, on these platforms will say, that's cap. That's cap because y'all know who to connect with. But it's like, yeah, that's true. And a lot of these girls, they will use you to go on a dinner. But as far as the connection, I think what's happening is we don't have women out there, because I follow a lot of ladies on platforms too. They don't never talk about what connecting is. They don't. So
do they know what connecting is?
Yeah, they don't know what connect. It's not explained. Like women are like never. There's no video out there like how to connect with a woman, how to connect with a man. No, they just say we want that connection. What the hell? What is it? Like no one's really out there doing it. So on our end, the dudes who got like swag and mouthpiece, we're just like, well, babe, we're connected right now. So tell me what's on your mind, Bianca. Let me ask you a question. If you think you ever wanted to do and not get paid, what would it be?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you that right now.
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry.
If you could do anything you always wanted to do and not get paid for it,
okay, and not
what would it be? What would it be?
And not get paid, like a job.
Stop right there. Now, stop right there. Now, what a lot of people just did not understand was I was basically throwing a little game at Bianca. Right there.
Okay.
The fact that Bianca took the time to think about her answer to my question should let you know it was just interesting off the dome. That's all I just wanted to show people, because you could have been like,
was that game or was that connecting?
Oh, it's both. See, game. Okay. Let me go ahead and let me clear this up. Game is self-improvement. And I also said, if you learn the art of conversation, just to keeping somebody's attention, and you know that you've read many books on, socializing, conversing, selling yourself. That's literally.
I think that was the art of conversation, which is fantastic because you could use that with a client.
Yes.
And that is definitely you're creating a great space for a great conversation. I think connecting can only happen when you're truly being authentically yourself.
And so that's what they always talk about, being authentic.
Yeah, authentic. So I think when you're authentic, both of you, that's the only time you could truly connect.
Right.
But if you're a girl and you got to do everything, you got to put up a persona. If you're a man, you got to come in there and you guys are both just fronting with each other. There's no way you can connect. You can converse, but you can't connect.
Yes.
But if you both are being truly who you are and truly authentic to who you are, then that's where the connection comes in.
And a lot of these men are not being themselves. See, they're trying to be a YouTube playboy. They're trying to be the pickup artist and everything. They're trying to be whoever they saw on TV. They're trying to be Safari or somebody else from a reality show because they think this is what these girls like. And it's like, see, that's the problem. You've been stuck in a tube for so long that you actually never just went out and just had a conversation. Men are not literally going out just having conversations with women just to have conversations, just random. They're literally going out there to try to get the number and try to smash instead of just treating them like another human being. Remember the days of just hanging out at the bus stop and somebody just said hi and just had a conversation with you till the bus came and it was over? They don't do that no more. Everybody just has an ulterior motive. No one is friendly anymore. She's fine. Let me holler at her. What's your name? Bianca. What's up? You as cute as me. Let's go out. That's how it became. It's not like, hey, what book is you reading? Artist. Oh, I like that. Like, what is that book about? Like, there's no interest. There's no
right. There's no conversation before even asking somebody out or getting
Yes.
to see if this is somebody I would even want to go out with. Aesthetically, if there's somebody that you're drawn to, you just immediately want to go out and like, let's take it from there.
Yeah. And so when women talk about like, you know, they want the connection, they want to talk. Like
Yeah.
let's talk, because the thing is, not many women out there are just gonna drop the draws because you said a magic word or something like that. I don't know too many women that's desperate to bang a random stranger on the first. And that's another thing too. They have way too many platforms out there about, you know, how to score and have sex with a woman in the first 5 hours you meet them. They have a bunch of that going on out there, and you don't even know if that's true. Because I'm gonna tell you this, I'm not tooting my own horn. I ain't never hollered at a chick and they never told me, and they were down to go in that first hour when, you know, I met them, whatever. The next day or 2 days later, they'll tell me that, like, honestly, you know, Reese, I was ready to go when we met. But she's not going to tell you that.
Yeah.
You know, but don't get me wrong, I'm flattered that, you know, that I was even told that. So it was like, wait a minute, so I would have been able to smash in an hour? She was like, no, but I wanted to. Yeah. So you really don't know. And I think that's what these dudes are doing. They keep on hearing these success stories by the men who've been having like this quick sex thing. And then so they're not talking about, like you say, the connection. And so everybody's like, okay, what's the magic word? What are you doing? We're doing. So they'll be like, well, you got to have eye contact, flirt a little bit. This is what they're getting, when that's really not true. And it's like, look, a woman will make the decision to get down with you if she wants to. It's really not up to you. It's not. Right. She still controls that aspect. And there's platforms out there like, no, she don't. I control sex. And so this is what's happening. So it's like dudes are literally going on YouTube to learn how to date, to learn how to talk, and it killed the game. And when we're talking about game, we're not trying like everybody's being a player. It's like the self-improvement part. Like what you do and what I do. When you get on screen, I got to make sure the head is clean. I got to make sure the beard is fresh and everything. I got to make sure that I'm somewhat up to par because I'm on a camera. And I got to try to get subs. And unfortunately, being a black man, I have to give 1,000%. I'm not allowed to be average with my content. So, of course, you know, I have to bust my ass even harder. Hell, I got to go to the gym and stay in shape. I'm not allowed to let myself go and be on camera. So that's my game. So I have to self-improve in certain areas. How to talk, when to stop talking, how to present a question. Anybody else would be like, man, I ain't doing all that shit. If she don't want to collab, then she just don't want to collab. I'm not trying to do it. I was like, no. I got people to collab with me because how I present myself. I'm a professional. There are professionals who I'm asking for the collabs with.
Right.
So what I'm not going to be like, hey, Bianca, I saw your stuff. You want to come on my show? No. I'm going to treat you with all utmost respect. And I'm going to basically holler at you of like why I would like you to come on and what I liked about your content or about what you do. And I believe that you and I can give a great presentation to the masses out there. And that's a baked cake.
And just like how you just explained that in a professional sense, that's how it should be in a dating sense as well.
That's it in a nutshell.
You're not a professional. You have an intention. You see somebody else that you want to meet that intention. You go out and you present it as if somebody is on that same balance caliber, right?
Right.
Same thing with dating.
And a lot of men, like to go back to your original question, what's going on? Men are not doing this. Men have now became as quote unquote entitled, as delusional as some women out there, because they kind of feel like I'm me. What you see is what you get. Men didn't used to be like that. I remember back in the day, men used to straighten themselves up before they holler at a chick they like. They used to be like, oh, hold up, I'll be right. Hold up, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. And then they would go holler. Now, all of a sudden, see, when you got the digital fingers, you could just send a DM, send a tweet, inbox something. You don't have to talk.
Unfortunate. I mean, I think it also goes back to, you know, who's in your house. A lot of men don't have Black fathers to teach them these things. So they're allowing all of these external opinions and these social platforms to really teach them because that they don't have anybody in-house to really coach them through that. And back in the day, your dad, wasn't that something that your dad used to do? Your grandpa used to do?
Well, if he was there and not being a Rolling Stone, yeah, he'll be home enough to give you up. But if he was a Rolling Stone, he's unavailable. But for me, I got the game from women. If your dad is not there to teach you about women, then you need to talk to a whole bunch of women. That is your alternative. I mean, come on, like pimps are not successful unless they have the women, right?
That's true.
Women game up men. Like, that's why we always said, like, hey, the game of self-improvement, quote unquote, the red pill is about women. Women are literally telling you what they want, but they drop clues. They're never like, you're not really going to be like, I like you. You're going to make me work. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to basically bring out, like, the social potential out of me to make you smile. Some of us are just naturals at that. Like, I can just kind of like read a person and just be like, okay, she likes me. But that's because I had to talk to a bunch of women. It's a lottery, it's a numbers game. So yeah, I had to talk to like maybe over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of women in my life to finally understand the body language, the eye contact, because now it's like, depending on how she reacts, I can switch it up. But dudes don't want to do that.
So would you say that it would be beneficial for Black women to listen to male dominated platforms and how they feel about women in general, or what type of women they're looking for? And it would be beneficial for Black men to listen to women dominated platforms, so that to get insight on what Black women are looking for as well?
I think that women should listen to platforms that actually have men speaking with sense who are objective. See, now when they keep on going towards the red pill stuff, a lot of women don't relate to that, because red pill is more geared to like, I mean, I'm talking about the bonehead red pill, MGTOW dudes, because I always got to correct myself because it's sensitive or whatever. They keep on talking to men who keep getting burned by the same chick over and over again because they're thinking with their dicks. That's what they're doing. But if you end up like listening to a platform where men actually converse with women and they actually have respect for women and they actually have respect for themselves, meaning like, I need to make sure that I'm straight before I date a woman. When you listen to those dudes right there, then now you actually see what a man with sense looks like myself. Like when we talk about self-improvement, learning how to talk, another bonehead dude would be like, "The fuck you mean learn?" That's what we talk about. See, you have to drop an F-bomb and get an attitude when somebody say learn how to talk, because you're entitled. You kind of feel like, I need to be myself. That's fine. You can be yourself, but have some type of sex appeal. Have some type of like social currency. She has to like you. I don't give a fuck this bitch. See, that's your problem. You don't care what a woman thinks. You need to talk to like men or listen to men that actually care what a woman thinks. I know that we have people that be like, but women be capping. Then stop listening to the women that cap. And that's the issue. Y'all want to stay in this box with the women who ain't shit. Just like you have a lot of women out there that keep on sticking with the men who ain't shit.
Yeah.
It's like there's this mismatch. And then so
one thing I always tell when I'm working with clients is, a lot of people say, when people reach certain spaces, they don't have anybody around them to really look up to. And so that way, so when you're in that space, I always encourage someone to go out and seek like a virtual mentor or someone that you want to be like, and then just start including them in your everyday routine, right? Only listen to data or download data from people that really inspire you, that you can relate to. And I think this is the same occurrence here. If you're interested in a particular woman and she has a platform, listen to the platforms amongst women that you would actually want to date. Same with women. Listen to platforms with Black men, the type of Black men that you would actually want to date.
Yes.
Don't go to platforms and involve yourself in spaces and listen to information that's being provided from men that you would not even date on a regular basis anyways. That's not your space. And that's the only time you can be triggered, is when you're occupying a space that doesn't belong to you.
And I even admit it. I was telling Diggy about this before, like when we first started, when we were first like looking for women to collab with, because we always wanted, the ladies to come on our platform to give us their perspective. I said, all right, I found a couple of, women here. And then he was like, okay, Reese, hold up. And I was like, okay, I admit it. All the women that I chose, that I handpicked for certain conversations, like, these were people I would like actually date. Oh, this person got swag. This person's cute. And this person is educated. This person's smart. Let's bring on Bianca. Let's bring on Euphoria. Let's bring on Chantel Simone. Like, these are like chicks. It's like, I would love to be around these people. Like, I would like to be around you. I'm not going to bring on somebody to have a debate with. And see, people want to see a train wreck. And see, when you have a train wreck, they start saying stuff like, see, this is why I stay away from Black women. See, this is why I stay from educated. It's like, no. Let's bring on people who are positive and down for the cause. Regardless of who you're dating, we need to have people come on who actually express happiness, express freedom. They want the same goal as just being social and being compatible. And if y'all good down the road, cool. If y'all want to get married down the road, cool. But at the end of the day, is this other person your piece? And that's one of the reasons why we like to have certain people on the platform who are peaceful. Like, I haven't had a debate on my platform. I don't plan on it. So I'll go ahead and have a boring platform. I don't care. But I'm not trying to have a debate with anybody, because where does that get us? I'm not trying to prove black women are this. I'm not trying to have you prove that black men are that. It's like, no. Can we actually give hope to people out there who are still looking like, wow, these two are having a great discord. Right. That's what I like. They're not cutting each other off. Like, this is dope. No insults, no punches. This is just great. And so we like to be an example of that. Even on my solo platform, that's the example that I like to show.
That's beautiful. And that's why you hit 1,000 subs. Woo!
Yeah, let's push it to 2, y'all. You know.
Yes, let's go.
But thank you, Bianca, for having me on your show once again. So.